Good evening. Welcome back to ABN AMRO live broadcast. This is America Callahan. So, anyway, great weekend. Well, first of all, happy Veterans Day weekend. I hope you had a great time. It's a long weekend, however, well, crypto market's not closed, and our stock market is open as well. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I have never seen anything like this before. The market, I mean everything, all the market. We're talking about stock market. They talk about crypto. We talk about treasury yields, and then we talk about the dollar, FX. I mean, like everything about us, United States, is doing better ever since the election day. So, and I thought last week was exciting enough, but you know what? No, wait until today. Even though that I was busy over the weekend negotiating deals for you guys with other companies. Anyway, at the end of this broadcast, and I'm go talk to you about that in the investment group that what I did. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about the market. It is just totally insane off the hook. So anyway, I have prepared some financial news, of course, and then we have market analysis, and I will continue with how to achieve our financial goal. How are we going to do that? We're going to have three more steps. Then, and it is very easy. So anyway, let's get things started. So of course, the biggest news out there is still Donald Trump. And, it is great that, I have never seen a president-elect that basically ever since Tuesday, then the result came out, and then he has been working already. He's preparing, and he made so many promises. And you know what? He is going to fulfill that, and he's doing it already. So anyway, so this is something I've never seen before all my life. So anyway, let's look into the report and see what's going on with Donald Trump, our president-elect. So anyway. So President-elect Donald Trump's transition team has prepared the executive orders and also the proclamations on withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement and strengthening the size of the national movement to allow more drilling and mining. That is reported by the New York Times. So Trump also expected to pause on the permitting new liquefied natural gas exporting to big markets such as in Asia and also in Europe, and revoke the waiver that allows California and other states to have tighter pollution standard. So he's like, Trump promised during this campaign to make many action listed in the report, but the spokesperson of the Trump transaction team basically is saying that he intend to fulfill all the promises that he was like making over the campaign, and then he's going to deliver. So anyway, the administration of the President Joe Biden paused the approval of the new LNG, so liquefied natural gas exports, in January in order to complete a study on the environmental and economic impact of the export. So the U.S. Energy Department will have the draft updated, the analysis out for like maybe around 60 days or so for public comments period before the end of this year. So he is working. He is. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. He made so many promises, and he is doing it he is trying to fulfill all of them. He's making statements. He's coming out, yes, I'm going to do this, whatever I promised this. For example, the school system, about the gender assignment surgery, those kind of things. Like he is intended to get it done. So anyway, let's see. There's a lot of things. And that's the reason why the market went crazy. Stock market, especially the crypto market, is totally crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and let's go over more of the financial news first because something else happened. Something else happened to Thursday, which was the Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. So anyway, let's look into the report and see what happened. So anyway, for the Federal Reserve, and you probably already knew, so the Federal Reserve eased monetary policies at the conclusion of its latest policy setting meetings on Thursday as expected and signaled the likelihood of further cuts ahead. So anyway, basically the U.S. Central Bank lowered the benchmark overnight interest rate by 25 basis points, which I already predicted it. Everybody was looking at that. So now we are at 4.5 to 4.75%, the interest rate. And we are not the only country that has the rate cut as well. The Bank of England just made the same cut 25 basis points on Thursday as well. So this is a second reduction for our rates. However, we are supposed to get another one because we have another Federal Reserve meeting next month, December. So we are looking at hopefully another 25 basis points. And because of this rate cuts, the market is going to go crazy and we'll be to it. We're very excited again. So anyway, the reason why the second reduction as the policymaker continue to normalize the monetary policies, aiming at cooling inflation pressure. So we are at around 2 point something, I believe. We have different indexes shows different things. However, we are looking at maybe 2.7% we count inflation. So it is going good. So in the press conference, though, after the decisions of the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell indicated that the economy could perform better next year than previously expected. And that inflation remains on the path back to the 2%. So anyway, this has resulted the trading price in another 25 basis point rated cut next month. So he's still thinking about that. And also said that, yes, next year we're looking at around 67 basis points reduction for 2025. I remember last time there was a few months ago he was talking about that he would like to get the interest rate down to around 3%. So, which is great. A lot of the industry and sectors will benefit from it. But the main thing about the meeting was because we're gonna have a new president. So, well, actually, it's the president reelected. So, because he was appointed by Donald Trump 2018, but they have a very interesting relationship because Donald Trump likes to just criticize him as not doing a good job. But anyway, so people start asking me about, if he's afraid, like is he gonna leave Federal Reserve early, or he's gonna get fired. And basically, Jerome Powell was saying that, you know what? What he said was he couldn't even fire me if he wants to. So I guess he's saying, I think he's doing extremely great work. Let's see what we're going to keep paying attention to the economic figures and the data because this affects next month rate cuts and also the market as well, especially the crypto market. So we got to see about that because we see a lot of movement in the crypto market, which we had predicted here before. So anyway, so that's the Federal Reserve. Now let's look into, you see that it's early bird Black Friday. Yeah, I mean, all our focus were on the election, which is over, and then the rate cuts, which I think we're going to keep having it. But we forgot about our election was not just on the presidency. We have the Senate, we have the House. And later on, we have the Supreme Court, the Justice Department, like all that, right? So, but basically, what it is, they're calling it a clean swipe. What it is that if the Republican is already take the presidency, took the Senate already, and they are still counting on the votes right now that for the House of Representatives, and I don't know how long is it going to be, but right now it is tipping to the Republican side. So if all three, our president, and then our Senate, and then our House of Representatives, they are all Republicans, people start being afraid that our president is going to have too much power. Well, but usually what that means is that a Republican clean swipe will lead to an easier U.S. Fiscal policy, which should means fewer cuts by the Federal Reserve. That's what they said, but I don't believe so because our interest rate is way too high, and the thing is we are actually just really heading towards the 2% inflation rate. So we're doing so well on that one. So anyway, so we got to pay attention to that. And the thing is, right now is it's just crazy. The reason why I kept saying I've never seen something like this before. Like, for example, we have the treasury yields, for example. Every time when the rates goes down with the treasury yields means that the market is not doing so great. And then you have, you have like the dollars and then the other stock market, and then they will react a certain way, right? But right now, what we have, the treasury yields are higher. The treasury yields are usually a reflection of a stronger growth expectation, which attracting more capital inflow and also pushing up the dollar. So this is almost like before. There's some of them they actually have like an inverse relationship. Now everything is being positive about that. So anyway. We are looking very good, and of course we will talk about the other market later. So anyway, so this is so we got to definitely pay attention to. They're still counting the votes for the House, and I believe they still have a lot of votes they need to count over in California, and that is going to make who is going to the majority in the House, which party is going to be majority in the House. So we will definitely look into that. Right now, we have the Democrats 203 seats, and we have the Republican 214 seats, and whoever gets there 218 seats, then they will take the House. They will take the House, the majority of the House too, and it is getting exciting. So now, anyway, I keep talking about numbers, well, because we still need to look into the numbers, and the numbers not looking bad at all. So yeah, last week we have the initial jobless claim. The number came out, even though the number is a little higher than the previous week, but it's not that bad. The number of the Americans filing for the first time unemployment claims edged up slightly last week, snapping a 3-week streak of declines as possible because of the hurricane. They have the Hurricane Helene, and also we have Milton that is in the south. And also that there was still a strike for Boeing and also the hotel industry, but it's over already. So then that's the reason why that last week it still shows that there are more unemployment claims. So we are looking at 221,000 in the week ended November 2nd. It's like a rising from the upwardly revised. And I really don't like that usually when they revise that, and then there's like a big difference, but this time it's not too much. 218,000 in the previous week, according to the Labor Department data. So the earlier return had seen the figure at 216,000, the lowest mark since May. Economists has predicted a reading at 223. So anyway, so it's still better than expected. So, and then they have the average figure, and anyway, so it's still, we're still doing good. We're talking about like even initial jobless claims kind of slowly going up. However, it's still in the very low rates anyway. So besides the initial jobless claim, we have the non-manufacturer purchasing manager index, which is reading stood at 56. This is an index that usually this is a calculation that if the index is over 50%, then over 50 points, it means that it is doing the sector is doing good. If it's under 50%, that is not the sector is not doing too good because the sector is contracting. So now it is expanding. So it's 56. Is reading at 56, so it's an impressive figure that not only surpassed the forecast of 53.8, but also showed an improvement over the previous month, 54.9. So basically, we're suggesting that there's an expanding non-manufacturing sector as readings above 50, and we talk about non-manufacturing sector. Basically, this time is the surveying sector is expanding hard. So we hospitality business is back, so this is a good sign of our economy is doing much better. So the next one, now let's get into stocks. Of course, like the stocks that we go over, DJT, Trump Media and Technology Group, Friday. Well, it was interesting because Thursday you would think that Donald Trump got elected. And his stock should be right. His company, he has 57% stake in the company. However, it dropped. Thursday, it dropped. I believe it dropped down like around 18% or something. And I was finding out this is very interesting. And you know what? Donald Trump was not happy about that because they got a lot of fake news out there, as he said, always there's fake news out there. So what happened was that there were news, and Donald Trump was saying that probably he's a short seller, is trying to bank on the situation. Is that they were saying that he's selling his shares in DJT. But so that's why that the stock came down quite hard. However, he came out and said, they are all fake, untrue, and probably illegal rumors. And a statement made by perhaps the market manipulators or the short sellers that I'm interested in selling the shares of Trump. But no, those rumors or statements are false. He has no intention of selling anything. So anyway, the stock came back up about 8.7% to $30.15. So, and then the mid-morning trading on the Nasdaq after early rising of 12.5%. Today, it came up, went up another almost around 5%. The stock is at $33.41. It's looking real good too, but you have to understand that. So this stock is still a meme stock. The reason why? This company, the revenue is like at 4 million. But this is $1 billion company, so it just don't make sense. It's like the meme coin that you are trading because you never know what's gonna happen. So the stock is extremely volatile, and if you want to show our president of support, yes, that would be nice to have his stock. But do you really want to invest or trade on that one? That I have doubts on that one. So anyway, but this is DJT. But there are some other stocks that really benefit from Donald Trump being our next president. So anyway, of course we have we have Elon Musk, Tesla. The Tesla stocks continue to see a Trump 2.0 tailwind. So it still is Trump trade right now, as Elon Musk played a crucial role in the presidential election victory. So since Trump was declared the winner on Tuesday night, Tesla share had been up nearly 26%, including the Friday 6% jump. And today it went up 9%. Right now you are looking at $350. And congratulations, well, with the Mac 7s, that Tesla, the market caps had surpassed $1 trillion. Right now it's 1.1 something trillion. So yes, he is finally in the $1 trillion club. So anyway, so on Thursday, analysts at BN, BofA Securities raised the price of the target of Tesla, and they were right about that, from $265 to $350. So yes, today it hits 350. BofA was right about that. So they were saying that in our view, a Trump administration could ease regulations supporting the Tesla's growth trajectory. So for one, well, while the Biden administration has launched several probes into Tesla's FSD system, they see the potential for less aggressive investigation under the Trump administration. So in addition, the analysts highlighted Musk has proposed the national standard for regulating self-driving vehicle, which the Trump administration has expressed openness to. So anyway, this basically what it says, that it might be easier for Elon Musk, for Tesla to roll out their robo-taxi earlier, because there's going to be less hoop for them to jump. And yeah, so that's the reason why that the stock is going up like that too. Good work, Tesla. And the next one that I want to go over is because it's Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing just reported the sales of October. So let's look into that. It is, remember, this is a company that is basically almost have a monopoly on the AI chips manufacturing. And we're working with NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, basically with all the big names, but they have the idea, they make it, basically what it is. So anyway, it reports a healthy sales in October, but sales growth is slowing though, suggesting the demand could be easing. And then you have to understand it too. Besides the AI chips, they almost have like the whole market that Donald Trump saw this already. They also have the semiconductor foundries that has 60% of the market of the market shares of the world. So they are making regular chips too. So anyway, so let's look into the numbers. They have the TSMC's October's revenue was around $314 billion in their currency. It's up 24.8% from the prior month and up 29.2% from year before. But the year-on-year figure shows substantially from the near 40% growth seen in the prior month. So TSMC, the world's biggest contract chip makers, clocked earnings in the September quarter as demand for all the artificial intelligence sectors for advanced chips remains strong. The firm also flagged an important outlook for the coming years from robust AI demand. So it's now there's the AI demand still there. It is about the regular chips that they're having problems. But TSMC also wanted the chips demand from the other sectors, especially the personal computer, smartphones, and also consumer electronics was weakening with little signs of improving. So anyway, just like what we talked about before, they're working with basically any one of the company designs those AI chips, NVIDIA, Apple, and AMD. We have, I believe, like Qualcomm, Snapdragons. I count one of those on the list too. So anyway, they're doing good, but they're not doing as well as they should. So this is TSMC. Next one, kind of go relax a little bit. We'll talk about Sony. Remember, Sony back in the days is basically all the nice electronics are from Sony. But however, now they are gone. Before they make the cell phones, they have the TVs, they have sound system, stereo system, they have the DVD players. They have the stereo system. Like they have everything. All right. Basically, Sony had everything, but now for the last 10 years, things have changed. So anyway, but they're still doing good though. We got to look into this. So Sony said on Friday, its operation profit rose 73% in the January to September quarter with a strong sales. Check this out. So in the games and the network business, helping to offset the weakness in the production of TV shows. So the TV show is not doing so well, but the video games are doing extremely well, especially the transaction of PS4 from PS4 to PS5. And let's look into this. We have Sony, the whole businesses also included music and chips, maintaining its profit forecast of 1.3 trillion yen, which is around $8.5 billion in US dollars for the year to March, largely in line with the 1.34 trillion yen estimates of the analysts, 24 analysts over at of the London Stock Exchange Group. So Sony's second quarter operating profit at 455.1 billion yen from 263 billion yen a year ago. So it's up quite a bit, and helped by the solid sales of image sensor. So as well as a rise in the third-party software sales, Sony's president highlighted the improving profitability in game hardware business. So game hardware business, that will be PS5. So we could see a smooth shift from the PS5 to the PS5 from PS4, which is leading to the higher software sales also. So anyway, Sony just released the updated version of the flagship console with a better graphic on November 7th. So anyway, it raised the game sector's annual profit outlook to 355 billion yen from 320 billion. So leading to a slight upward revision of the group annual revenue forecast of 12.71 trillion yen. So they are doing good. This is quite awesome. The next one, let's get into the crypto, especially Bitcoin related business, all right? Because this is, if you guys already know Bitcoin, what's going on with Bitcoin today. We expected it, not a lot of people did. So anyway, let's look into MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy on Monday, MicroStrategy Incorporation is known for holding large corporate Bitcoin treasuries, announced that the acquisition of approximately 27,200 Bitcoins between the time October 31st and November 10th. And you know what? Do you know what's the average price they got it for? Around 74,463 per Bitcoin. You already know. Right now, Bitcoin is at 89,000. So think about just this purchase. How much did they make? Yes, this company is called MicroStrategy. It is a tech company. But long ago, the CEO of the company, the founder CEO of the company, that start believing in Bitcoin. So whatever money that they have, they made extra, they invested in Bitcoin. So basically, this company is more Bitcoin than tech, and they make a lot more money than a lot more money there. So as of November 10th, MicroStrategy total Bitcoin holdings amount is approximately 279,420 Bitcoins. These were obtained at an average price of 42,000. So it's like around 42,692 per coin. So you think about that. You think about how much that they make from Bitcoin, right? So Anyway, so total and aggregated purchase price of around $11.9 billion, and it's worth a lot more than that. So regarding its capital market activities, MicroStrategy entered in a sales agreement on August 1st, 2024, with several sales agents allowing the company to sell up to $2 billion worth of their Class A common stock. So that is MicroStrategy, and I think this is, no one could see that. And then they buy just in time, basically. So, well, it is more than $10,000 more per coin now. So, great work. And other one, I almost didn't see it coming, but you know what? It is definitely on the list. It is right now. Bitcoin. It is like, well, Coinbase. I have to say the global incorporate the stock has reached a new 52-week high over 33 of $330 as the cryptocurrency market experienced a significant upswing, especially Coinbase. The lending cryptocurrency exchange has seen its stock value surge, reflecting a broader investor enthusiasm in the digital currency space. So over the past year, Bitcoin has witnessed an impressive 200% increase in the stock price, outpacing many of its tech counterparts and signaling the strong investor confidence in the company's growth trajectory and the cryptocurrency market potential. This milestone underscores the volatility yet upwards trending nature of the crypto industry and its related business. What is going on out there? So anyway, sorry about that. And then something happened in the building. But anyway, in other recent news, though, Bitcoin Global experiencing a robust Q3 earnings and then maintaining a positive adjusted EBITDA for seventh consecutive quarters and reporting a positive net income for the fourth consecutive quarters. So, and of course, we already know that because Donald Trump came in, and then you know how Donald Trump is for Bitcoin, is for cryptocurrency. The stock on last Wednesday already went up 30%, and just today, because Bitcoin price went up so much, Coinbase went up, the stock price went up 20%. So this is something is very different. Even though there are other analysts and gave them, they basically downgraded them to like $255. No, it is not $255. It is $324 now. Great work, Coinbase. So now let's look into the market analysis. As you see, all three of the market is up. We have the U.S. stocks closed higher on Monday. All three of the major stocks indexes rose for the fifth consecutive trading days. Means that ever since last week Tuesday and hitting the record high. So we have Dow closing above the 44,000 mark for the first time, and the S&P closed above 6,000 for the first time. And yes, Bitcoin is not 87 anymore. When I was doing this, it was 87. Now it's 89,000 now. So the market is paying attention to the composition of the next U.S. government and the outlook for the Federal Reserve monetary policy, which is the next month's rate cuts. So wow, it is very exciting. So now let's look into the cryptocurrency market. And yes, it is even more exciting with not just BTC. BTC is at 89,000. We have Ether over 47, probably 48 now. Solana, it broke 200, and now today it's probably over 220 already. It's just everything just keep going up, and then we have Coinbase, and then we have Marathon, MARA, which is around 20 something, $23.64. It went up 23% today. So everything is looking very good. So the Trump's many cryptocurrencies promise will drive Bitcoin up, and Trump is expected to overturn the Biden veto of the SAB 121, a controversial SEC accounting guidelines that critics say that prevents investment banks from offering cryptocurrency custody service on a large scale. So Trump will achieve this goal soon after he takes office on January 20th next year, and will drive more institutional adoption to the cryptocurrencies. So after Bitcoin broke through its all-time high, the bull rose very rapidly, not even leaving no opportunity. There's no opportunity at all for pullback. It just shot straight up, right? So there has been almost no major pullback recently, and it has just directly shot up. And at present, it seems there may be a pullback after the rise to prepare for a breakthrough. We are looking at the moon. We are looking at $100,000. Yes, and it's looking very promising. Bitcoin is gonna reach $100,000 with the momentum right now by the end of this year. So my suggestions for crypto, when it pull back, maybe it's time to buy, because usually when a pullback or even like the correction that could happen, when you see a correction, definitely jump on it and then just buy on dips. Remember, but just what we always say, we buy on dips and don't look back. Basically, don't look back. Don't go against what we have been doing. So that is that's a cryptocurrency. Now let's continue what we talked about last time. We have how to achieve your financial goals. So we have a few points. We have a few pointers here that I would like to share with you. So let's look into point 3. We went over the 1 and 2 last time, and then this point 3 is what it is the ability to use wealth is the main reason for the widening gap. So from the perspective of wealth growing, making money through labor is always the lowest level of making money. I know working hard, American, yes, we try to work hard, and of course we have the company that we have the benefits, compensations, 401k, it's going to take care of us. But a lot of people you know what they're saying? There are people out there were saying that, your salary you're getting is what the companies try to keep you from making more money out there. And you need to. Basically, because if you just work a job and with your 401k and all that, your pensions, it's not going to be good enough for you. Yes, you're going to be like, you're not going to be well off. Or if anything happened, that you're not going to have enough money. And I see a lot of people they have like the reverse mortgage. What it is that, once they're retired and their house is already paid off, but there are things that they wanted to do that they couldn't even afford, so that they will refinance their already pay off house, and they are paying payments on it, but they have a lump sum they can use. So that is, you can say that is also a way of investment. You can do a refinance afterwards, but making money through trades, of course, although much more advanced than making money through labor, but it's still not enough. So only money makes money, and you know that. So allowing you to take more money with your existing funds is the fastest way and correct way to make money. So that's the reason why I have been seeing a lot of members trying to make a deposit into their account so they can then trade. And yes, I'm going to tell you some good news too about trading. So anyway, of course, I'm not saying that other ways to make money are wrong, but there are better ways, easier ways to do that. So we want to diversify. We want to do, and then I'm gonna go over that, and we will help you out with that. All right. So But definitely you want to, for me, the most basic is for long-term investment and also the short-term trade. That's what we should do. And when we do trades, that the more funds that we have is, I wouldn't say it gets to make more money or to make more returns. However, the risk is going to be much lower. So that's the most important part. And the next point is going to be don't wait until you have the money to manage your finance. And that is exactly a lot of people think that I'm just working, I'm working paycheck to paycheck. Where am I going to come up with the money to invest? No. You want to find ways to invest, or you want to, even though before you have the money, you already came up with the strategy to start investing. So you gotta do it ahead of time. So anyway, so for investment that are unpredictable in the short term and are high and have higher long-term returns, the safest strategy is to invest first and then wait for the opportunity. Have the money there too, just to prepare, rather than just waiting for the investment to happen and then you go jump into it. You arrange your funds, go borrow money, and then go refinance your house and try to put it in investment. So procrastination is the main reason for the financial management failure. So many people maintain an acceptable attitude towards financial management, but as they get older and notice that the rapid growth of the other people's wealth, they finally realize that the importance of their financial management. Because like us, we got older, and then we will realize that our pension is not going to be enough, and we realize that if we stop working or we retire, we are just not going to live the kind of life that we want to. So that's why investment starting at an early age is extremely important, and have prepared. And if you have any kind of money, just invest it. Start early. The last point I'm going to go over is the investment are risky, but there is no need to be afraid. The word is if you don't take this risk, that's the biggest risk that you're taking in investment. So if you want to make money from investment and financial management, please do not blindly just avoid risk. In the past, you could live a peaceful life, right? Without taking risks, but in the face of the ever-changing investment environment in the future, if you do not take that risk, you will be at risk. So for example, 20 years ago, that everyone continues to deposit money into the bank. Even if you have enough money, not only did you not invest in real estate, but you did not participate in any kind of stock market, and you did not invest in cryptocurrencies, commodities, gold, for example, then it seems very stable. But think about this. Why do you need that stability for? What is the use of such stability? You want to invest because if you are investing in something that is, like, for example, depositing money into like a checking account, savings account, CDs account, those interest rate is not going to help you. And if you take and sometimes you lost the liquidity of the money, then if you take it out, they're going to charge you a fee for that. It's not even worth it, and it just stays the way it is. So in a way, in the past 20 years of changes, if it is completely shown that you have no investment risk, it seems that there is no risk. But the biggest risk is that the risk is you're not making money, basically. So can the purchase power of $1 million now compared to a $1 million 20 years ago? The answer is no, you can't do that. So as we said before, not making money or making less money is losing money. So hopefully you understand this concept. Can you take losing money? I couldn't do that. So that's why I'm always trying to diverse my portfolio, make sure that I'm doing that putting all my money, it's like putting all my money into different investment, into different trade. So anyway, that's all that I'm gonna go over today. So well, this coming week is gonna be quite interesting because we're talking about there are a lot of new members have not done our evaluation for the assets allocation. Yes, because you can talk to your trader. You can talk to my assistant because this is extremely important because that we want to evaluate your situation right now, and I want to see that your situation, like, because different people has different situations, they have different fundings, income from wherever they come from, right? So that's the reason why we are customizing the profit plan. We customize the assets allocation plan for you, for our members. And also we are going to have two big economic event trades. So those are the ones that we are going to have more now. More of them now is part of our profit plan, is that we will be those are the trades. It's going to be private trades, and then they are going to have higher yields. They're going to have higher returns. So we have two of them. So anyway, if you're interested, but not everybody could qualify for that, talk to your trader, or you can just message my assistant and see what they can do for you. Make an appointment with that. All right. So this is all I'm going to go over today. I will be talking to you again. Well, I will be talking in the group later. There are more things that I want to go over with you. However, our next broadcast is Wednesday, so I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I will see you in the group. Good night.